I didn't watch the show, to be honest with you. I did not watch the show. 110% honest with you. I went to the movies instead. I went to the movies and watched Bohemian Rhapsody that gives the life story of Freddie Mercury and the band Queen. And I knew I was missing SmackDown. Why? Because I thought the show was going to suck. And for the most part, I was pretty damn right. How's it going, everybody? This is Jordan with J Card Wrestling here. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I come up here every week to review Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown. Well, SmackDown Live. I keep forgetting to put the live part in there. I'm still used to the old SmackDown shit. But I come up here and review the shows every week. Good or bad, long or boring, good or exciting, whatever. I come up and review it. And then I sit here and discuss with you. And the reason why I discuss with you is because I've been watching wrestling for 20 years. And I feel like my opinions are valid. And not to say that no one else is, but I've been watching a lot longer than a lot of people are watching it now. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, but like this video. I come up here, like I said, for reviews, for pay-per-view reviews, breaking news. Soon I will be starting a little trilogy about my background of the wrestling, how long I've been watching it for, my favorite wrestlers, my favorite shows, you name it. I'll be starting that stuff pretty soon here. And the most exciting stuff for WWE's coming up right around the corner, guys, right after the new year. When Royal Rumble starts, man, I'm hoping that this channel takes off when that time comes around. I hope it does. I'm not expecting thousands upon thousands of subs, but I'm hoping some sort of following and some sort of fan base here. I'm not the most exciting person here, but I feel like my opinions are pretty damn valid, and I feel like they're not over exaggerated and not in an anger outlash like most fans are today, all over media and all over Twitter and all over the place. So today we're going to review the last night's SmackDown, and how I opened the video was I said that I didn't watch the show, which is true. But I did watch the highlights all over YouTube here, and I kind of have an idea what happened here. And for the most part, I didn't really miss anything, which is fine because, again, like I said, I went to the movies and watched Bohemian Rhapsody with my girlfriend, and I'm very glad I did that because I had more fun watching that than I would have at my house watching this shitty-ass SmackDown. I will say the only thing that I would have liked in the home for was a Nikki Cross thing, because I think she's fucking awesome, and I think she's someone we haven't seen before, just out of their absolute fucking mind. So I kind of wish I was home for that, but to be honest with you, I live without it. I'll be alright. Well, why don't we dive in here? If you guys haven't yet, please follow me on all social media platforms. I'm on Twitter. I have 2 Twitter accounts, one for a wrestling one, and I also have a music one, or personal one as well. I also have another YouTube channel on here with J Card Music. I do covers, I do originals, and pretty soon I'll be doing a Christmas metal album coming up here, or like a little EP, I guess. I think I'm doing like 4 or 5 songs. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat. Follow me, man. I'm active on all of them. If you guys want to tweet at me anytime or DM me about anything, please don't hesitate. I will be up here and I will reply back to you, no problem here. Again, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'm up here every week. Why don't we dive in already to the first part of SmackDown here? So the show started off with Paige coming out, and I believe, again, I didn't watch it, so I'm just kind of reading it here and watching the videos, highlight videos. I believe she introduces Shane McMahon, comes out, takes a picture with the goddamn World Cup trophy, which I still can't fucking believe he won. I know a lot of people are upset about that, but I'm really upset about that too. So Shane McMahon comes out and says that SmackDown is the superior and dominant show, which for the most part, entertainment-wise, I would probably agree. But, you know, to be honest with you, both shows are still kind of sucking right now. They got a little spicy there with the whole Shield breakup, and unfortunately the situation of Roman Reigns. But coming back downhill, man, it's kind of like that. I'm not saying that the Roman Reigns is, you know, leukemia is a good thing that happened, because like I've said before a million times, it's a real life thing. I feel horrible. I think best for Roman Reigns. But it did light a spark in the fans, I believe, about interest and all of that, and I think WWE capitalized that for a little bit there, and then just kind of went downhill from there. And I think we're back down in a slump, and we're in the slump going into Survivor Series, which really sucks because I love Survivor Series, and so far the card's pretty stacked, but the build up to it kind of sucks. So, anyways. So Shane McMahon said the superior show, which if I had to pick one of the other shows, I'd probably actually still pick Raw. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I would. So it comes out, says that we're gonna have. Well, he goes over the matches for the Survivor Series, and then they go over who's the team captain gonna be, and they pick Dan O'Brien. So then Dan O'Brien comes out, the whole yes thing. Sorry. Dan O'Brien comes with the whole yes thing, and then The Miz comes out, and he's like, well, I should have won the World Cup tournament. I should be the captain, blah, blah, blah. I never get hurt. Dan O'Brien's gotten hurt, blah, 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 blah. And Shane McMahon's like, all right, co-team captains. And I thought, what? That's stupid. You're going to have these guys hate each other, and you have to put them in the same fucking managerial duty together? No fucking way. So then they both like, okay, and then they went in the back, and then we come to where the Miz is like, I want you, Shane McMahon, to be part of the team, and then O'Brien agrees with the Miz, and I'm like, why are these two guys getting along? They should be at each other's fucking throat, and this is not the true Miz. I feel like this is about something else, some sort of explosion happening with either at Dan O'Brien or at Shane McMahon or something. Something here. It just he's acting not like himself, and I feel like it's going to come back and it's going to be about something else here. So anyways, moving along the show here, they have the New Day versus the Usos, and I'm not saying that I'm never going to complain about these team matches, but I'm tired of seeing the same fucking matches over and over again, guys. I said it on Raw. It's the same shit on Raw, and now we're kind of seeing the same shit on SmackDown. It's the same two teams, man. On Raw, you have the Sasha, Bayley, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. I've seen that about 7 times in the last probably 2 months, and then now we're kind of seeing this over and over again, which I'd rather see this match over and over again than that show on Raw, but you know, it's time for something new here. But anyways, the stipulation for this was whoever won this was the team captain for the tag team 5-on-5, if you will. Like, I was a little confused about that. I still kind of am confused about that. So they're doing the New Day, the Usos, the Bar, or not the Bar. I don't know. Who the fuck else do you have on there to put for this 5-on-5 for on SmackDown? On Raw, you kind of have it, but those teams aren't very good. You have the fucking B team, you have the Revival who are buried, you have Ascension, and then SmackDown, who do you got on there? You can't have the Bar, you have the Usos, and the New Day. You know, do you put Shelton Benjamin back on TV with somebody else? You know, what do you do? So, I'm still confused about that. But the Usos won, and they're apparently team captains. And then they said, you know, the first team we pick is the New Day, and they're all going to a hug and whatever else and celebrate, which is, well, what's the fucking point of that? They're both in it. It doesn't make really difference who the fucking team captain is in this. Does it? I don't fucking think so. This is stupid. So, I wasn't a fan of that. I thought it was kind of weird. I thought it was kind of stupid. Welcome to WWE. So I guess going in, next week we're going to find out who else is in it. Again, who the hell do you put else in it? Unless you're just doing the New Day and the Usos. There's the 5 there with 5 other people on there on Raw, like the B team and maybe Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, but I don't know where the hell they're at. You know, something. I don't know what they're going to do, man. To me, kind of weird. To me, weird moving into it, but we'll see what happens moving on here. So moving on here, The Miz says to Dan O'Brien, who's your first pick? And Dan O'Brien says Rey Mysterio. And Miz is like, why the fuck would you pick Rey Mysterio? Is basically what he said, obviously, but that's basically what he said. And Miz is like, well, if he impresses me in his match later on tonight, he can be in the 5-on-5. But you know he's arguing anyway, so who the fuck, why does it matter? Dan O'Brien's the team captain. Dan O'Brien says he's going to be in it. And you can't really disagree with them, so it doesn't matter what you think or say. He's going to be in it regardless. So I don't understand. I didn't understand that at all. Why would he say, "Well, if he impresses me, he can be in it"? it doesn't matter. He's already fucking in it. So tough shit, Miz, I guess. So I guess that's why I was a little frustrated with that scene. It's like he's already in it. Who the fuck cares? He's already in it. So the next segment. Is probably my favorite segment of the whole night, which is the only reason why I would want to be home for this. You knew last night we saw Ronda come out and say she was the baddest bitch on the planet, and you knew Becky was gonna come out. Becky does the whole promo thing, not really much saying there, just saying how she was gonna, just beat her. I honestly didn't really listen to what she said. I just know she said, "I'm gonna come out and beat you." Basically what she said, and then Becky's like, "I'm all fired up now. I want to fight someone or whatever else." And then you get the Sanity intro, and then you see Nikki Cross come out, and the fans kind of pop for a little bit. It seems like the fans were a little confused. I know it was a tape show, but the fans seemed a little bit confused. But she get a pop, and then Nikki comes in. I fucking love Nikki Cross, man. She's like insane, and she's fucking scary, and I think she'd be a kick-ass girl on a woman on SmackDown here. I don't know what brand she should belong on here. I want to say SmackDown, but I'm afraid she get buried. And I want to say Raw, but I'm afraid she get buried. So Nikki Cross, if you're listening, stay in the next NXT, girl. I think you are better on there anyways. But anyway, she says, "Let's play, Becky. You want to play Becky? You want to play Becky? Let's play. Let's play." And Becky's like, "I'm a fighting champion, mate." I don't know why she's Australian, but she is. So whatever, they fight. And, of course, Becky wins, and Nikki Cross on our first SmackDown show is already buried. Good job, WWE. Anyways, I hope this wasn't Nikki Cross's debut SmackDown debut here. I hope she goes back to NXT, and then I hope she kind of makes another, I guess a debut, maybe on Raw. I think she should debut on Raw, to be honest with you. I think she should shake up the Raw division a little bit. Because I feel like that's dead. I feel like they both are dead at the moment here. But I feel like that would kind of spice it up over there. But we'll have to see. I think she's staying NXT for the moment here. So next we go backstage, and it's The Miz taking a fucking selfie. And then O'Brien's like, "Oh, I picked Jeff Hardy to be the next member of the team." And then The Miz is like, "Well, I'm not as good as my opponent, and it's Joe." And then so you have this 1-on-1. Whoever's going to win is going to be on the team. Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe. Which honestly, I kind of think they both should be on there. I think Jeff Hardy should be on there. And if he's not, what does he do the show? They have like another fucking brawl, like another tournament cup or something like that. Who the fuck knows, man? But they're in a fight, and whoever wins that is be on the team. Whoop de fucking do. So then next you have Shinsuke Nakamura with his promo against Seth Rollins about how he's gonna win. Blah 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 blah. I'm the United States title holder. Blah 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 blah. And you get Rey Mysterio versus Almas. Rey Mysterio wins. It was kind of a good match actually. If I had to pick my favorite match on the show, it was probably that. But Rey Mysterio wins. I guess he's on a team. We already knew that he was going to be in a team anyways. Why the fuck would he not be? There he was going to be in a team. And then Randy Orton comes out and RKO's the shit out of Rey Mysterio. So there's your next feud for with Randy. And I'm not sure why the fuck Randy Orton isn't in the 5-on-5. Randy Orton, future Hall of Famer, 13-time World Heavyweight Champion. You're not going to have him in a 5-on-5? What the fuck? Next we have the AJ Styles promo about him talking about Brock Lesnar about last year and about how he's going to come back with a vengeance probably and all of that. And I'm actually looking forward to that match. Last year's match was contender probably for the best match of the year. But he wasn't even wrestling on the show. I know it's taped. They probably had a dark match afterwards. I didn't read the dirt sheets yet on that. But I'm sure that's probably what happened. But just how AJ Styles is going to beat Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Blah, 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 blah. So then Paige comes out and says we're going to introduce the 5 women for represent SmackDown Survivor Series. And you have fucking Carmella. I don't know who the fuck is on here because I didn't really pay attention. Carmella, Naomi, Asuka, Sonya Deville, goddamn, sorry, and then Charlotte. So then they introduce all of them separately, and then Charlotte music hits, and Charlotte doesn't come out, except it's Mandy Rose that comes out, and pretty actually kind of a killer promo. She just insults the shit out of everybody. So then Mandy Rhodes like, why is Sonya Deville in it but not me? Blah 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 blah. And then she gets to the Naomi and talks shit about her husband, and then Naomi just bitch slaps the hell out of her. So then Sonya Deville gets kicked out of, and you get the shit kicked out of her and all that. And Sonya Deville and her have a stare at the end of it. And I guess it's gonna be next feud. I guess. I mean, if they're gonna push Mandy a little bit, fine by me. But make it a believable opponent, because I think Sonya Deville's just gonna kick her ass if they ever actually have a match together. So then finally you have Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy. Samoa Joe wins in a pretty good match. It was, I don't want to say it was a squash, but Samoa Joe is pretty dominant the whole time there. So then after Samoa Joe wins, he goes over to Dan O'Brien and just kind of gets in his face and says he's the best. And Dan O'Brien actually hits him, which I was actually a little bit surprised about that. Actually, I didn't think there would be any type of any altercation. And then they get in the ring, and Dan O'Brien puts him in the yes lock, and the Miz comes in and asks, "What the hell are you doing, Daniel?" And then hits the Miz. And then Shane Alnera comes behind him, and then Daniel kind of flips him over, and they're all kind of laying in the ring like, what the fuck? And then Daniel Bryan comes in with a pissed off mood. So I'm not sure what that's all about. He's just pissed off about it. Maybe he's not happy with the way that he envisioned his team to go. So I don't know. That was actually probably the only second thing that was actually was worth mentioning and noted, but to be honest, guys, it wasn't a very good show. I give the show maybe a 4. That's why I rated Raw last night, which I reviewed. Go ahead and click my profile; I'll be in there. You can watch it if you like. I would live review to that. But it just wasn't a very good show. To build up for Survivor Series, you have 1 week left. WWE, you have 1 week left. You have 1 week to try to convince me on why this 5-on-5 is important and why I need to watch it. I already want to watch AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, and I already want to watch Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. But why do I want to watch this 5-on-5, man and woman? And I'm really excited for the Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. I can't believe I fucking forgot about that. I'm excited for this 3 matches. Why should I be excited for this 5-on-5? I'm not. Why should I be WWE? Tell me. Next week. You have 2 fucking shows next week. Tell me why. So that's it for me, guys. That's all I have to really say about SmackDown. I didn't watch it. I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it. It was a tape show anyways. I guess I could have read some of the spoilers before I left my house to watch the movies. But, you know, not much happened, guys. I mean, they made the matches, but, like, it wasn't anything exciting, which is kind of disappointing. So we have to wait till next week to see what happens here. That's it. That's gonna be it for me here. I don't know if I'll be up at all this week or not. Work's kind of busy right now for me. I might be up for maybe a video or 2 here. I will not be watching NXT. I might get more involved in that. I'm not an NXT guy. I do respect and I do watch the TakeOver shows, but I'm not a huge NXT guy. So maybe I'll dive in that later on. But for now, I'm just doing Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views, man. But if the breaking news happens over the week, I will be sure to come up here as soon as I can. For more updates, please follow me on Twitter. I'm pretty active on there. DM me any questions or anything like that. If you don't hear me for the rest of this week on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, and I will be up here next Monday for a Raw reaction, guys. See you guys next week. Take care.